Did you know Zeus once told his own wife? This hidden story involves Metis, the goddess of clever thought. She was the very first wife of Zeus and was incredibly smart and full of wisdom. A secret shared among the oldest gods scared Zeus very much. This secret said that Metis would have 2 children with him. The first child would be a girl, and she would be strong and smart, like her mother. But the second child, a son, was the real worry. This son, born after the daughter, was destined to become much more powerful than Zeus himself. The prophecy stated the son would grow up to overthrow Zeus, just as Zeus had overthrown his own father, Cronus. Zeus had already fought a great war to become the supreme ruler of the universe. He was terrified of losing his throne and power, fearing history would repeat itself. He knew he couldn't simply punish Metis or banish her. He deeply valued her incredible wisdom and needed her counsel to rule Olympus well. Zeus realized he must stop Metis from giving birth entirely to save his throne. But how could he fool the goddess who knew every trick in existence? He decided to use her own cleverness against her. He approached Metis one day pretending to be happy and eager to play a game. Zeus told Metis he wanted to see her great shape-shifting abilities in action. He challenged her to a harmless-sounding contest to see which of them could transform into the absolute smallest creature possible. Metis, proud of her unmatched skills, happily agreed to the playful contest. First, Metis changed into a mighty, roaring lioness. Then, she became a massive, swift eagle, soaring high above the clouds. Finally, she decided to show off her ultimate skill by shrinking down to the size of a very tiny, almost invisible, buzzing fly. This was her greatest transformation. This was the precise moment Zeus had been waiting for. Quick as lightning, the mighty Zeus cupped his gigantic hand around the tiny, buzzing fly. Metis had no time to change back to her normal size or even shout a warning. Zeus immediately swallowed the fly whole, absorbing her power. Zeus believed he had solved the problem perfectly. By swallowing Metis, he stopped the birth of the son who would eventually dethrone him. He also gained Metis's infinite wisdom and clever thinking, instantly making him the smartest and most unbeatable ruler in all creation. His throne was finally safe. But the story did not fully end with the swallowing. Some time passed, and Zeus soon began to suffer terribly. He was suddenly plagued by intense, terrible, pounding headaches. The pain grew worse and worse until it was completely unbearable, echoing deep inside his head day and night. Zeus roared in pain across Mount Olympus, causing the mountains to tremble. The other gods rushed to see what was wrong with their powerful king. They had never seen Zeus in such unbearable agony. He commanded that someone, anyone brave enough, must split open his head to stop the noise and the pain. Hephaestus, the god of fire and crafting, stepped forward, ready to obey the king. He took his sharpest bronze axe, which he had forged himself. With one mighty swing, Hephaestus cracked open Zeus's powerful skull. The other gods shielded their eyes, unsure what terrible thing would be revealed. Instead of blood or injury, a fully grown, powerful woman instantly leaped from Zeus's head. She was dressed in shining bronze armor, carrying a sturdy shield and letting out a powerful battle cry that shook the very foundations of Olympus and silenced the other gods. This was the daughter Metis was pregnant with, Athena. She was the goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, and crafts. Because Zeus had swallowed Metis, the birth took place directly from the head of the king of the gods himself. The prophecy was partially and strangely fulfilled. Athena was indeed a strong and brilliant daughter, just as the prophecy had foretold. But because Zeus had swallowed Metis before the feared son could be conceived, the threat of the mighty child was removed forever. Zeus secured his rule through cunning and trickery. Zeus realized that his actions, though extreme and slightly strange, had worked perfectly in the end. He kept his glorious throne and gained a powerful, fiercely loyal daughter born from his own mind. He still held Metis' wisdom within him, which guided all his judgments forevermore. This strange birth showed that Zeus was not only the strongest god in terms of physical power, but also the most cautious and strategic in his thinking. He defied the terrible fate that ruined his father and grandfather by acting decisively and secretly, even against his own wife and family. Athena became Zeus's favorite child, often sitting right beside him, offering excellent counsel and fighting his battles with brilliant strategy. Metis remained inside Zeus, lending him her endless knowledge, proving that true power comes from cunning and strategy, not just brute force and thunderbolts. What an incredible tale of godly fear, clever strategy, and a very strange birth. If you enjoyed learning this hidden piece of mythology about Zeus and his surprising family troubles, please take a second to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe.